The issue of dog napping, long immortalised in Dodie Smith's 101 Dalmatians and etched into cinematic memory by Disney's 1961 pivotal film, where not only Cruella de Vil schemes with characteristic zeal, but Ken Anderson introduced the Xerox method, which made the characters very sort of black and white and quite jagged. It changed the quality of animation, and it's a very short leap from that to the extraordinary animation that turns up in Mary Poppins. The staggering and the Jungle Book, of course, which ditched the Xeroxed backgrounds for watercolor backgrounds. But dog napping in Britain today has far transcended Cruella's sartorial aspirations. Thanks to the recently enacted Pet Abduction Act 2024, the realm of stolen pups is no longer just fodder for fictional fur coat fantasies, but instead a serious legal issue with proper teeth. Historically, dog theft under the Theft Act 1968 was barely distinguishable from pocketing a bicycle. Can you pocket a bicycle? Dogs were mere property, and the sentences meted out reflected only their monetary value. Yet, even in Victorian times, the emotional resonance of a pet theft was clear, as many a well-to-do matron's heartstrings were plucked by absconded lapdogs. Modern sentiments, however, have shifted markedly, and now the law recognises that a dog is far more than a mere possession, their kin. The Pet Abduction Act marks a legislative milestone, therefore. Today, someone convicted of a dog theft faces not just a slap on the wrist, but potentially a 5-year stay at His Majesty's pleasure. We've come a long way, it seems, from seeing our beloved companions as chattels to be listed and itemised. This law reflects the sentiment that the relationship between owner and dog or cat cannot be measured merely in pounds and pence. There's a bond, an emotional value that's finally made its way onto the statute books. Now enter the real-life tale from Nottingham, where Julian Mead stands as the inaugural defendant under this fresh legislation. Charged not only with dog theft but also with attempted murder, Mead has inadvertently become the poster boy for this new chapter in canine jurisprudence. He is said to have swiped a dog following a rather violent altercation which saw his alleged victim, a woman in her 40s, left hospital-bound. Nottinghamshire police have labelled it a very serious assault, but there's something telling in the gravity accorded to the theft of the dog itself. Indeed, the law now gives dignity to these creatures that Cruella's world could scarcely comprehend. Though, of course, the Disney films talked about dog napping, but it wasn't a crime in 1961. Comparing this with the 1956 tale of 101 Dalmatians, where puppies are swiped with the sinister intent to fashion a fur coat, it's clear that Cruella's misdemeanours would fare poorly in our current legal climate. Today's law is aimed squarely at preventing such sinister plots. Indeed, under the Animal Welfare Act 2006, she'd find herself besieged by cruelty charges quicker than you could say spotted menace. The Pet Abduction Act is therefore the final seal of recognition. If anything, it's a resounding declaration that dogs are no longer mere property, they are family. So, in this brave new world, a scoundrel like Cruella would find herself not only shunned socially, but rather more entangled legally. The case of Julian Mead is but the latest reminder that here in Britain we shall continue to stand steadfast against the perils of dog napping, with legislation that has bite to show for it.